But yeah, I obviously, I always keep my ear out for the hardest shit. I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for, the other two guys that I'm constantly, up against, which is like Cole and Kendrick.
Drake has never been one to shy away from controversy. He's built an empire on navigating the darker edges of fame, ambition, and drama in hip-hop. But this time, he might have gone further than anyone expected. After a tense summer marked by tensions with Compton's own Kendrick Lamar, Drake has shaken the music industry with a new legal move that's sending shockwaves through social media and gossip sites alike.
I've never seen someone lose a rap battle then sue. This is new. This is a new one.
Hey man, Kendrick made accusations that he's not part of the culture.
The Toronto heavyweight is accusing Universal Music Group, the very label that distributes both his music and Kendrick's, of manipulating streaming platforms like Spotify to advantage Kendrick's diss tracks and overshadow Drake's releases. He's even alleged a slew of behind-the-scenes deals, from inflated streaming counts to shady promotional tactics. Now, fans have taken to Twitter, Instagram, and message boards in a big way, creating a cultural moment that's part drama, part crime thriller, and part soap opera. So how did it come to this? And what are fans saying about it? Grab your popcorn.
Drake filing a lawsuit against Universal Music Group and Spotify because he believes that they falsely inflated the popularity of Not Like Us is the most unseasoned.
Before diving into the specifics of Drake's lawsuit, it's important to revisit the powder keg that set everything off. The feud between Drake and Kendrick has been simmering for years, fueled by subliminal references and strategic guest appearances. According to one Billboard breakdown, the tension soared when Kendrick dropped the track Not Like Us, an explosive record widely viewed as a scathing rebuke of Drake's artistry.
Drake is trying to sue Universal Music so that he can get access to emails and evidence that shows that they do engage in shady practices, and so that he could say, the only reason why your song did well is because you needed the backing of a big company to do all of these things and pull all of these strings.
The track quickly climbed the charts, overshadowing several of Drake's new songs. Billboard reported that Not Like Us shattered first-day streaming records, even dethroning Drake's latest single just 24 hours after release. This wasn't just a minor embarrassment, it was a direct hit on Drake's brand as the king of streaming. In response, Drake fired back with cryptic social media hints. He liked a series of Instagram posts that questioned the authenticity of Kendrick's streaming success, fueling speculation about behind-the-scenes manipulations. Fans on Reddit began piecing together screenshots, forming elaborate conspiracy theories about how Drake might respond next. Then, everything took a dramatic turn when Drake approached the courts.
So Drake is suing UMG because he thinks the streams on Not Like Us are botted. They're all fake. None of that is real. Here's the thing, Drake. People were dancing to that song in India, in Asia. They were dancing everywhere.
The biggest bombshell arrived when Drake filed a pre-action petition aimed at UMG. According to a Yahoo Entertainment story, Drake alleges that UMG orchestrated unfair promotional strategies to push Not Like Us on platforms such as Spotify, overshadowing Drake's new material. Drake's legal team claims Spotify's recommendation algorithm steered users toward Kendrick's track, even when they searched for unrelated content.
I also think both of them have used bots via UMG, whether they knew it or not. What stood out to me in that paperwork was the accusation that UMG lowered their licensing rate.
In a later legal move, Drake also accused UMG of forging deals with iHeartRadio to give Not Like Us disproportionate airplay at the expense of his own singles. Drake's lawyers argue that this amounts to a defamation campaign designed to undermine his brand. As for the criminal undertones, some fans speculate there could be hush money or behind-the-scenes intimidation attempts. A user on Twitter posted, "If Drake's telling the truth, this is borderline racketeering, y'all," echoing the skepticism that these claims could lead to a messy legal web. Another tweet exclaimed, "Ovo versus the machine." Didn't see that one coming.
Every day, it's getting harder to be a fan of Kendrick and Drake because what is Drake doing right now? I'm so confused. I just read that he's suing his music label, Universal Music Group, as well as Spotify, because he's under the impression.
Naturally, UMG swiftly denied the accusations, calling them baseless in a statement cited by USA Today. Representatives insisted that they never manipulated streaming or radio data to benefit Kendrick. The label's lawyers stated that they are confident any court will dismiss these claims, as they are entirely without merit. Their staunch denial suggests an ugly courtroom battle might be on the horizon.
I want to know who on Drake's team thought that this would be a good idea to sue Universal Music Group and Spotify, because it just makes him look like a whiny little kid pointing the finger saying like, they did it, you see?
Interestingly, Kendrick Lamar hasn't said much about Drake's lawsuit directly. According to XXL Mag, Kendrick is observing from the sidelines and focusing on his creative endeavors. Yet, fans suspect he may be quietly fueling the drama. On one hand, he's got a busy schedule. His latest surprise project took the rap world by storm, and he's been performing live pop-ups in Los Angeles. On the other hand, he's teased cryptic lines in interviews that seem to allude to Drake's legal challenges. One suspicious lyric from an Instagram snippet, "Watch how they scramble under bright spotlights. No peace in these lawsuits, just new gunfights," was reposted by a fan account on Instagram with the caption, "Is K. Dot dropping a clue about Drake's meltdown?"
Hear me out, right? In order for UMG to win the lawsuit against Drake of defamation, they would have to present evidence. UMG doesn't want to do that, because if they do that, they're possibly gonna lose out on money. They're gonna lose out on money.
Moreover, there's chatter that Kendrick's management team is quietly reveling in the situation. A story from IndiaTimes.com highlights that the internet is labeling Drake's lawsuits as clown behavior. Meanwhile, TDE executives like Punch have tweeted subtle jabs about the fiasco. The music always speaks for itself. The rest? Smoke and mirrors. This tension conjures an air of criminal suspense, reminiscent of a detective story. Is someone orchestrating a larger plan behind Drake's meltdown?
Did you hear? Drake just filed a lawsuit over Not Like Us. Oh, he's suing for defamation, right? Suing for defamation, right? He's suing for defamation, right?
Over the past few months, fans have grown suspicious that something bigger is at play. Is it possible Drake orchestrated these lawsuits as a cunning PR move? He's either desperate or playing 4D chess, read a popular tweet from a user who claimed to be a music industry insider. The user also noted how Drake historically thrives on conflict, citing his previous feuds with Meek Mill and Pusha T, where he turned public spats into record-breaking hits.
Both of you guys are under the UMG umbrella. When your song is released, they worked it the same way as his song was released. The people drive it.
But there's another, darker angle. According to one hot new hip-hop commentator, Drake's lawsuit might be a mask for real under-the-table dealings. The commentator writes, "Could Drake be trying to hide his own streaming manipulations by accusing others of it first?" If that's true, and if any tangible evidence emerges, it could plunge the rap game into chaos. Rivalries would morph into legal showdowns, tarnishing reputations that have taken years to build. For now, the uncertainty drives interest. Industry watchers suspect that if Drake's accusations gain traction, UMG might face governmental scrutiny over alleged payola or streaming manipulation. On the other hand, if the allegations fail, Drake risks looking like an out-of-touch star grasping at conspiracy theories to rationalize losing the upper hand to Kendrick. The public is a jury of millions, and social media platforms are the court. Right now, that court is in session, delivering a barrage of takes. On Instagram, one user wrote, "You can't sue your way out of an L, Drake in denial." Meanwhile, a Twitter account known for rap commentary posted, "If Drake's right, we have to question every streaming milestone from the past 5 years. That's huge." Hashtags like Cheer Drake vs UMG and Cheer Not Like Us Shots Fired soared in trending topics. A YouTube Shorts influencer from Toronto even created a parody skit showing Drake storming into a law office, demanding to sue whoever made him look bad. The comedic angle reflects the cynicism of fans who see this as a frantic move by a star who rarely experiences losing. Perhaps the most gripping dimension is how fans are split right down the middle. Drake loyalists are quick to defend him, pointing out how suspicious it is that Kendrick's track soared to record-breaking heights overnight. "There's no way he outstreamed Drake so cleanly," wrote one fan in a Reddit thread. Another argued that Kendrick's label must have done something manipulative. Drizzy wouldn't file a lawsuit if he didn't have receipts. Kendrick's fans, however, see it differently. They highlight that Kendrick's previous releases, like his Pulitzer Prize-winning album, also set streaming records, suggesting he doesn't need underhanded tactics. To them, Drake's claims reek of desperation. A comedic TikTok post featuring a figurine of Drake flipping a table while a small figure labeled Kendrick sits calmly sipping tea garnered nearly 1 million views. People love the visual metaphor of Drake losing his temper, while Kendrick remains unbothered.
Well, it was bots being driven. Listen, bro, Universal could care less who wins.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're getting paid, both of you guys, regardless. The things you said about Kendrick was a direct shot at his wife.
One puzzle piece that's easy to miss is the rumored mishap by Drake's partner in crime. A story from The Ringer implied someone within Drake's circle might have leaked documents or insider tips that fueled speculation about streaming fraud or pay-for-play promotion. This slip could become the smoking gun if it winds up in the wrong hands, like those of a relentless journalist or an ambitious legal adversary. If that's the case, the leak might be the reason Drake felt compelled to sue UMG, an attempt to flip the narrative before the story exploded. But ironically, the legal action has only whipped fans into a frenzy, intensifying the suspicion that something shady is going on behind the scenes. UMG, for its part, insists the accusations are entirely false, as USA Today reported. A representative for the company said, "We do not and have never conspired to manipulate streaming outcomes. Our artists succeed based on merit and fan support alone." Their attorneys demanded an immediate dismissal of Drake's petition, calling it a weak attempt to deflect from personal losses. Given UMG's stake in both Drake and Kendrick, this fiasco also raises questions about how labels handle rivalries between top-tier artists. Some conspiracy-minded fans think UMG might secretly welcome the drama, as feuds historically drive streaming numbers. But that's only if the fighting stays in the realm of music, not legal briefs. Remember the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show? Lil Wayne's heartbreak over losing out to Kendrick. That fiasco may intersect with Drake's meltdown. Wayne publicly declared he felt robbed of performing in his hometown of New Orleans, per IndiaTimes.com. Drake stands firmly in Wayne's corner, potentially planning an epic stunt or alternate show. If Drake's partner inadvertently confirmed any hush-hush plan to overshadow Kendrick's halftime moment, that's yet another scandal waiting to blow. While no direct link has been established, fans speculate on social media that the sabotage extends beyond streaming numbers. They suspect backdoor deals aimed at overshadowing Kendrick's big stage moment. Could the meltdown in Drake's camp be the result of those cunning plans unraveling? At this point, the story has all the elements of a Hollywood thriller. Swirling accusations, potential legal fireworks, secret alliances, and a suspicious slip by Drake's trusted comrade. Observers wonder if Drake can pivot and spin this fiasco to his advantage, or if he'll emerge looking like the villain in a drama where Kendrick stands tall. One scenario is that Drake collects tangible evidence of industry-wide manipulation, shining a spotlight on possible unethical streaming practices and emerging as a sort of whistleblower. Another scenario is that his lawsuit fails miserably, leaving him with egg on his face and fueling Kendrick's reign. A middle ground could see an out-of-court settlement and behind-the-scenes handshake deals, though that outcome might overwhelm fans hungry for a blockbuster confrontation. In the final analysis, Drake's move to sue UMG and indirectly call out Kendrick's success has left the public polarized. Is Drake championing transparency in an industry plagued by data manipulation, or is he simply lashing out because he lost the upper hand to Kendrick? The speculation runs rampant, and the stakes couldn't be higher for the artist once considered unbeatable. So, where do you stand on this? Do you think Drake's claims hold water, or is he simply scrambling to save face after Kendrick's monumental surge? Let everyone know in the comments below, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for the freshest scoop in hip-hop and Hollywood. If this roller coaster ride is any indication, we're nowhere near the final scene just yet.